Hello and welcome back to Hub News, yet another episode in conversation with. And today's guest is someone who has lived through multiple worlds. He was a lawyer, a cricketer, spiritual seeker, or people who's hearing your name for the first time. Who is Kartikeya Ajpai?
I'm the one who's trying to understand what the life is. I'm a truth seeker, and whatever I'm learning, it is so rewarding that there is a natural urge to share it with the world. It is just like any other artist. When you write a beautiful song, you want to share it with the world. So it's a similar journey.
Read the synopsis, talks about ego,
Yes.
betrayal, yes, and also finding oneself. Is there any point in your life that you've experienced it on your own?
Constantly. They say the author is a sum total experience of his own life, right? What you write is what you have experienced. So if you see my career early till under 17, I was playing cricket. Then I switched to studies. I did my MBA and I was in marketing. I was working with ITC Group. And after 5 years, I did my law. So there were many switch. Every time I was questioning what I'm doing, is it really connecting with me or not? An ability to drop the old and embrace the new is an art which comes through practice. And while doing it, I realized that how important it is not to get identified with the job or the role. If you see the meaning of the book, is simply not to identify with anything that you do, so that you can do many things in life without getting identified with the role. Because the moment you identify with your job, profession, role, you box yourself in the cage of known. Very tough to come out of it then.
Mostly like we label ourselves with a job.
Absolutely. There is no problem in becoming. Becoming is a very beautiful concept, and the world wants to become something. Every student, you know, problem happens when you identify with what you want to become.
So when you were writing this book,
Yeah.
were you in the Himalayas, something doing this?
Yes, I wrote this book in the Himalayas. Since 2014, I used to go to this silent meditation retreat in Himalayas, above in Himachal Pradesh, above McLeodganj city. It's called small town called Dharamkot, where there is this meditation retreat center of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. That's where I met all these teachers. And that is the reason His Holiness the Dalai Lama has also given a foreword to this book. So that is the place in 2014 where I was introduced to this philosophy, the lamas, the geshes. In the space of silence, I used to write my original ideas in 10 days silence. When COVID came, there was a break from the work. And I realized I have enough original ideas to give it a shape of a book. The first thing that I learned in the book while writing was a difference between trying and being. Now, trying is opposite of being, your own authenticity. When you try, no matter how smart you are, there is always an element of pretense because you're trying. It is not coming effortlessly. And so I used to take out a particular hour in a day, early morning, I'll write. And it used to feel so much of an effort just to move beyond a paragraph also. Now, one can write in that spirit, but you don't feel content from within because it was not happening effortlessly, organically. Suddenly, one day in the shower, the book started moving. And a similar experience happened when I was driving. The book started flowing. So I used to park the car by the side of the road, write it there so that I don't lose it, and then copy it back in my laptop. Later, as I was progressing, I realized what was the science behind it. It's an art of being available, coming empty into this present moment.
Yeah, I kind of get that because I play guitar, I play music.
Exactly.
Usually when I go and pick up a guitar and I think that, oh, I'm going to play this, I'm going to practice this scale, I'm going to practice this, it doesn't work.
Correct.
If I just go in, just go with the flow, like,
Correct.
then automatically everything comes.
Yes.
Like it just flows.
Yes. I have gone much deeper to give a very scientific explanation to how to into that state. There's a chapter in the book which I really want young minds to read called Rest in Action. So, how to be in that zone, because our five senses are designed to interact with outside world. They cannot make you see the awareness which is within you. Whatever name you want to give to this awareness, God consciousness, mindfulness.
Krishna, I have one question that I've been made to ask, but I think you're the right person to ask this question.
Thank you.
In this world of connectivity that we're living right now, do you think people are more connected than ever or they're more empty than ever?
Beautiful question. See, the problem in today's society is that there is so much visual distraction to the senses, you know, Instagram, social media, so much of development light, and so your senses are always overactive. And that creates an illusion that we start finding ourselves, our identity, outside of us. We are living in outside box. We are not never taking the journey within to realize yourself, who you are. Creativity, if you see, is simply your authenticity. Everybody is required to be creative in your work. You're required to always come up with new ideas, always be new, always be fresh, creative. Now, creativity, if you see, what is creativity? It is something which is very unique, right? It's also very fresh, and it's very personal from the person who's displaying it. So it cannot be a product of imitation, pretense, or projection. But it is very tough to embrace your own authenticity. The world will not allow you to be authentic. The world has already created so many rules for you to play, to appear good to the others. Until the time you're focused about how am I appearing to others, your heart, the hesitation, will not leave you. Your heart chakra will not open till the time you're worried about how I'm being perceived by the world. It's only when you give up this notion of how the world will see me and you embrace your own authenticity that all the hesitations go away and your throat chakra opens and your creativity comes out. This is what the world, when you embrace your authenticity, the most honest expression that comes out of you, this is what the world perceives as being creative. That's why creative people are not very social people. They don't worry about how the world is seeing them. They are more concerned about how to embrace their own authenticity.
So, do you think in a world of trend and following trend, social media and on anything, you follow trends, do you think there's any authenticity left within a human?
No, there is no authenticity left. And this is the reason people, especially young students and people who are trying to figure out what should be their career, they struggle big time. Because you see, I have seen observed that hardly 1% people in this world join a profession thinking what difference they'll create, what will be their contribution, what changes they'll bring in, right? They're passionate about offering, delivering. And then because of their delivering, whatever perks they get, the byproduct, name, fame, money, 99% of the people jump into that profession seeing the byproduct, not the offering, what difference that person has created. Many youth want to enter Bollywood and acting. They waste 5, 6 years just to figure out it was not meant for them.
So, sir, how do you think one should, find themselves and what do you want? As I've been a struggling student myself. When I was growing up, I did not know which career to choose.
Correct.
I chose journalism solely because I want to do videography and photography. I just know that I like
Correct.
all of it.
Correct.
And so most students, most young people actually struggling to find what they are meant to do.
Yeah.
What they are.
Very true.
Yeah. So how do you think one should look into their own self and actually find what they want to do in life?
Your authenticity and reality are interconnected. So for you to have every solution, a meaningful relationship, a job which connects to your purpose, it's about being in sync with this flow, this movement, the zone. Now, the ultimate nature of reality, life itself. Life is impermanent. Nothing is permanent here, and it is constantly moving. So we are saying that how to move along with it. It is possible only when you practice detachment, absence of fear and greed. I absolutely understand that all these things are too good when it sounds, it's easier said than done. Because the nature of present moment is so unpredictable, you can never predict the present moment, that it creates a fear of unknown. This fear does not exist. It's an illusionary fear. That is the reason we don't use our observation and attention span. We love to revolve around what is already known to us. You go to a party, you see 5 faces which are familiar, your friends, you feel comfortable, right? So anything which is known, we have a strange comfort with it because we have a fear of unknown. Your growth will always happen in unknown trajectories. That is where you will use your observation to understand. So people who are in the same job for many years, even in spite of no growth, They feel very comfortable with what is known. Any situation where your memory has an answer, you feel very comfortable. You don't have to use your observation. But fresh perspective, creative ideas, new ways of seeing things come through observation.
So, is there any chapter in this novel that really, really speaks to you?
Yes, there is a chapter, the rest in action chapter, where I'm talking about, yes. And so I'm also talking about the science of intuition. I have explained the concept of time from a spiritual lens. That time is a very experiential phenomena. Two people experience time very differently. It's very subjective. When you talk to your best friend, have you ever noticed that time flies? You don't realize it. After 2-3 hours, you will say, "Oh, it's been 3 hours we are talking." Not only the time, even the place fades away. You might be at the busiest road or a shopping mall, crowded place. Anything that invites your 100% attention, the concept of time and space fades away. People who are in the government jobs or who are in the job where they retire after 60, everything is fine. You will notice after retirement, you meet them after 5 years, their engagement has reduced. You will suddenly see life has happened to them. They age very fast when they lose the purpose. So life is proportionate. Your youth, your energy is proportionate to your engagement with the present moment. The more you are in the present, the stronger attention span you are. You experientially feel that you have more time in life. People who always complain, I have no time, have very, very less attention span because they're constantly hustling with time because they don't engage with it. This is something which has to be learned. So, the entire philosophy of the book, I don't want to make it sound so complicated. Just work on your attention span. This is the only pill, awareness, that you need for your own life, for your happiness, for your relationship, for your career, for your longevity, for your youth. Only one pill, awareness.
Right, that was a very wonderful conversation and very insightful as well. Thank you.
You so
And all the best for your career and all the best for the book as well.